I said I was going live at 1, so I'm going to give it a couple of minutes to see who's out here. So when you find me, throw me in the chats where you from, or send an emoji or something. I'm just going to open up my chat bar right now, and then we're going to dive into some questions that have been emailed to me. So that's awesome. I'm really excited to get to those. And we're going to talk a little bit today about starseed energy. And we're going to talk about spirit. And we're going to talk about reflection, not protection, how to navigate what's coming. And then, of course, I've got my cards here. We're going to jump into doing a very unique energy spread for what's coming your way. So you'll get to pick which one resides with you or resides. Oh my gosh, resonates with you. And then we're going to go from there. So awesome. Yay. I'm glad you're here. That's fantastic. All right. So let me know where you're from. I love seeing where. Thank you, Bex. Yeah, that comment. So I did a YouTube, or not a YouTube. Yeah, I did a YouTube and I did a TikTok yesterday. And I just had my eyebrows microbladed. So they're like a little bit crusty and not quite right yet. So I made a comment about it. Then everybody's like, stop beating yourself up. Da, da, da. And I'm like, no, I know it's not that. I just get unnecessary comments on my appearance sometimes. So that's super fun. From Oregon, that's awesome. Beautiful. Love this. Hi, Bonnie. Good afternoon. It is afternoon, isn't it? Hey, Dare. Mwah. I miss your face. All right. Your wife. Oh, hello from Florida. You and your wife. I love this. Calgary. Yay. All of the beautiful souls. All right. I am really excited. From Texas, and I love you too. The thank you, I love you. I've been getting so much of that lately. You guys have changed my life. You have no idea. The live I did a little while ago, I don't know, it's going back a couple weeks now. I was talking about dragons. Maybe don't do a live on dragons, guys. There was a lot of negative, low vibration comments that really hit me in the heart. And then since then, yay, hi Vanessa. Since then from Australia, hello. I have a lot of students right now in Australia. You guys are high vibing. It's wild. Yeah, so since that really low vibe overload that I was received, you guys have been so supportive and so loving. So thank you. I love you. It makes me continue to believe in what I do and to be here. So that's really great. Okay, so we're going to jump into questions and we're going to talk a little bit about the ascension process. I just recorded earlier today the energy forecast for October 23rd to 29th with the full moon vibe and sort of what to expect that week. So this is part of, you love my life on dragons. Thanks, Lori. We have a membership where you get a weekly forecast and a breakdown every day and every night and what the energy is, what to do with it to really support your ascension process and your awakening process, like how to capitalize on the vibes that are there and to be forewarned on what to avoid. And then in that membership, there's a monthly forecast that we do as well. So November's is going to be recorded quite a bit or in a little bit, and then we'll be sharing that. And I just record it like next week's, and it's wildly amazing. Like I was so pumped. I was so excited. The entire time I was just like, oh, this is going to be so good. If you choose the good path. So I want to share a little bit of what's coming. It's very starseed oriented. So we talked about dragons. I got thicker skin. We're going to go right into starseed stuff today. And what is that? What does that look like from Belgium? Hello. Oh, I love these platforms. Okay. So let's start with questions. We're going to dive into starseed and then we're going to do an energy forecast. There is really big transformation happening for all of us. So I'm seeing with my students, including my own damn self, a lot of clarity and like, oh shit, that's what's been holding me back. So I say this all the time, I'm going to repeat it again. There's 5 steps to creating anything in your life. Your belief structure that resides in your subconscious, which is 95% of your thought that you are unaware of. So these beliefs, the ones that limit you is what's going to prevent you from arriving your highest timeline. So your belief creates an emotion. That emotion creates a frequency. That frequency creates perception, the lens you are looking through, and that creates your reality, your outcome. So those are our 5 steps. So that's why it's so important to dive into what is the hidden belief? Is it limiting me or is it serving me? And hello from Arizona. I'm just in love with the comments. If we could just spend a whole hour just like conversing back and forth, I would love that just as much as this. Um, so your beliefs are going to be really like the October is all about your beliefs that have been holding you back, the ones that are limiting you from receiving the highest level of love, the highest level of your potential financially, which is just the frequency of prosperity, and diving into or walking the path of soul purpose, divine purpose. So we've been getting a lot of awareness coming through. When it comes through, mine is always super uncomfortable because I do things the hard way and I don't want that for you. So I had some high trigger situations over the last couple of days that put me into crusty McChristerson. I was sour. I was spicy. I was like, "Ugh, I don't want to do it." Um, and from there, I had this beautiful, massive, life altering epiphany when I finally gave myself a moment to calm the F down and be like, okay, what is this within me? Instead of venting and being spicy about it, right? But we're human, right? We're gonna go through these moments of projection, or not that I was projecting it onto anyone, but I was definitely unsettled and I felt very unresolved with it. And I chose low vibe for a couple of days, and that's okay. It's absolutely okay to do that. It is a necessary process to let your ego vent it out, to discover, like, what am I thinking? And I'm a social thinker. So I've got Sarah Rose, who's our top elite mentor here at Diamond Mentoring. She's a very good sister, a very good friend of mine. So I was like, hi, can you hold space? Trying to process this. And then what happened is on Monday morning, all of a sudden I realized all of the signs that have been there the entire time that said, pay attention, this is what's surfacing. And from that moment, one, I had a big epiphany of the belief structure that was holding me back, the fear of repeating an old cycle and things being not in, or the fear of lack of control when it comes to, being around more people and being projected on or whatever. And then from that, it exploded in half a heartbeat into taking the 12 universal laws to a much deeper, deeper awareness within me. So I've been writing it down. And what's funny is I've been working on the fourth level of the program, Fully Awaken and Ascend. So it's a pre recorded program. It is all my life's work. We talk about universal law and that. We talk about co creating with universal flow. And I've been actively writing level 4 for this program. And then when I had that epiphany on Monday, I was like, "Oh, like, I absolutely gotta figure out a way to articulate this and support other souls with understanding it because it's a game changer." So I'm working on level 4, and I'm gonna do it live. I'm gonna do it as a retreat, probably the very beginning of December. So those of you that have already taken Fully Awaken and Ascend and you want in on that, more details will be coming very soon, probably in the upcoming newsletter. So you can go to diamond.com to get that newsletter to get the details on that. But I'm really excited about that. So that's what October is. October is what's surfacing. Where are you being triggered? Where are you feeling an upheaval in emotion? Where are you feeling lack in your life? Where are you frustrated? Where are you stuck? Where are you angry? These are the reflection. So, the universal laws, one of them is the law of correspondence. That law means everything is an equal reflection of your vibration. Okay. So, the things that you are creating in your experience, and you are creating endlessly. You don't have to manifest, you're already doing it. It's fine tuning your vibration to receive through the law of attraction what your desire is. So, through the law of correspondence being an equal reflection of everything that is, October has been all about that. We've been seeing ourselves reflected in areas of growth, in areas of lack. And that gives us the opportunity to go, I don't really like this. So, what's going on in my belief structure? What was I taught? What was I witness to when I was a child? Before the age of 8, like 8 and under, is where you're going to solidify your beliefs. And then you get the opportunity to go in and rewrite that story with your inner being. There's a whole easy step-by-step program. Has anyone done the inner child program who's watching today? I know I see a lot of them going through, and I get to see like the steps that you're going through. So I know who's finished it and who's stalling. Um, but yeah, if you've done that, like just show me a little hands up or something. It's just very simple. Yes, Kathy, I saw your name go through. I have so much love for you. I cannot wait to chat with you. Um, so we want to just dive into that subconscious and start to write those beliefs. And October has been an opportunity to do that. Next week, okay, let's get to the point, right? Next week, the week of the 23rd through the 29th, you are going to see it's diamondno.com under programs. You're going to see it. Next week, 23 to 29, you are going to see exactly where you are at. It is a wild, amazing week of heightening your connection. And so I thought today's live was super important to do to talk about the connection piece and what to expect and how to navigate that without moving into fear. So, my experience, right? Let's get into story time and then we're going to get into questions. My experience, um, met all of you guys know, like in the womb, I was still aware of all of my past lives. In the womb, I was aware I was in the womb. I have came into this life with my first breath, remembering all of it, everything, and being hyper aware of people's intentions, just that psychic piece. I'm in crazy psychic, um, which is great sometimes and not so great other times. But so my journey has been fully aware and then a very intense religious stamp on me right preteen into like 17 years old. And during that experience, I was taught, and taught wouldn't even be the right word. I would like to say, and I'm not trying to be offensive to anything. I'm a huge fan that we all have our own faith for a reason. But anyway, my experience felt like brainwashing. It was very traumatizing. And there was a lot of pressure and a lot of inundation, fear based inundation, especially in and around devil, demons, things like that. So I went from fully attuned, and this is part of my experience that I want you to really absorb this going into next week because we've got a lot of activity next week. So I'm fully aware, fully in tune, fully connected, always viewed things as beautiful and connective. I had very whimsical imagination, still do. And then I get thrown into this religion, which I don't want to name because I don't want to pick on anything. So I get slammed into this box of here's what you do, and if you don't, and a lot of conversation around the devil prowling the world to devour. And there's going to be a lot of people here who probably feel that. It's not my jam right now, and we're allowed to have different jams. That's okay. So in that experience, when this fear inundation started happening, my caregivers decided to move into a house that used to be a morgue, believe it or not. I think I'm saying that properly, where you put the dead bodies and stuff, like a funeral home. There's a lot of activity. And here I am, very in tune, but also in a very fear inundated space now, thinking that these are demons and this is bad and I'm going to be harmed. And I believe that this experience was essential for me so that I can really navigate what I do in the world, being of service. So I start having a lot of uncomfortable situations with spirit. My bedroom actually was on the second floor. We had a fireplace underneath, and the chimney caught on fire, and the wall had to be tore out in my closet. And it was from that timeline that there was an overflow of energy in my room doing icky, icky things. So at night, the blankets would be pulled off. I'd see reflection in the mirror. I had one of those old school lights, like when you go into the bedroom and you put your hand around to like turn the bottom of it. And every time I do that, something cold would grab my arm and paralyze me. Um, it was very uncomfortable and I was very terrified. And it caused it caused me to shut down all my abilities, all my gifts, because it was just like, whoa, something's wrong with me. And I didn't want something to be wrong with me. So from that, a lot of really uncomfortable things happened, like voices, smell, because I have all the clairs activated. So I could hear them, see them, feel them. I could taste my mouth. Like I could feel their air. It was intense and it was very uncomfortable. As I grew older and I reflected back on that, I moved into a home in my early 20s where the same sort of overload of energy was there. And it felt the first thing that I saw, so, like, there was, like, this attic space in the closet where my dishes were. It was, like, a really small apartment. So you open up to get your dishes out of the closet, but it's connected directly into the attic, and every time I would open it up to get a pot out, down they come. Like, horrific. I don't wanna go into too much detail, but, like, creepy ass energy crawling towards me, because I was still in that fear space. I hadn't understood, and it was in that timeline that I realized I just would pause and be like, "No, you don't get to do that. I'm sorry that you're stuck." So, at first, I started believing in love and light. This is a trigger for some people, so I was like, "I'm sending you love and light, and da 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 da, and I'm gonna set you free, and I'm gonna call upon Archangel Michael, and we're gonna get you free, and we're gonna get you out of here." That's not my role. That's not your role. It's a choice. We all have a choice in our evolutionary process. So, the same way we're ascending, so is spirit. What I learned from that experience is this: spirit, galactic energy, everything, law of correspondence. It reflects you. It 100% just reflects you. If you're anxious, anxiousness is reflected. If you're fearful, fearfulness is reflected. If you're angry, angry is reflected. If you are love, love is reflected. If you are neutral, that's the ticket. Neutral is reflected. So, spirit, we do not have to go into protecting. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a mind warp here for some because we're used to putting ourselves into protection. We get our crystal therapy, we get our vibes up, we get our Care Bear stare going on, and we're like, okay, I'm protected from it. Nothing can harm me. But if we go into protection, understanding that universal flow only understands focus, not choice. So we think we are choosing protection, but the focus is I require protection. So the experience will be I require protection. You got to figure out your focus with spirit, with galactic energy. It is all about reflection, not protection. So I want you to think about what am I reflecting and can you get into a state of neutrality? The reason I'm saying all of this is because next week you are going to be experiencing it more predominantly starting Tuesday, the 24th. There's a lot. There is a lot, and it goes all the way through the entire rest of this month, especially leading into Halloween, right? So protection, or sorry, reflection, not protection. How do we become the reflection? How do we become the desired reflection? Ugh, right? Uncomfortable, especially if it's like, I know when I go in the backyard in the middle of the night with Roxy, the new puppy, I'm like, yeah, I'm not comfortable. So I have to have a little pep talk with myself. I truly believe if you're going to submerge yourself, I won't submerge myself or inundate myself with things that put me into fear or low vibration. So I have a discomfort with the ocean. I don't go into dark ocean. Not going to do it because my ego is irrational. It's going to go into like storytelling and I'm going to have a bad vibe. So my vibe is going to be reflected back to me. And if had that, I will share ocean stories with you another day. They're hilarious. How my reflection, like barracuda situations, like all kinds of things because of my reflection. So with spirit that we're moving into and galactic energy that we're moving into next week, now is the time to start. Okay, what is my reflection? What is my vibration? So before I go into those situations, I will have a little pep talk with myself. Like, I understand. I will tell my ego it's okay to be afraid. That's normal. Hold on, I have to sneeze. Oh, or not. Okay. I will have that conversation of it's normal. You're allowed to be afraid, but we're going to give it a go. And I'm here with you. I've got you. I can protect you. I can protect us. We have 4 bodies. I can protect us with our intention. So then I actually just speak out loud. So anytime that I feel something, I'm like, "Oh, hey, like I know you're there. I'm just not interested today," or "Hey, what's your story?" And I get curious, right? You just have to find your way of navigating these vibes without immediately going into, "What is that? What's happening?" We're going to be feeling them. We're going to be smelling them. We're going to be experiencing them. I'm going to use some code words here. So for, the galactic energy on the planet that everybody talks about that has a lizard like energy, we're just going to call them low vibration beings. Begins with an R. Um, yeah, so we're going to talk about low vibration entities, is how we're going to address that today. I'm just going to quickly look at the comments here. So, what were you reflecting when you were reaching for a pot? Oh, I was still in fear. I hadn't understood yet when I was going into the cupboard. I did not understand yet that it's about reflection. So, they were just coming to me because I can see them. And energy is curious. We're curious. Animals are curious. Everything's curious. So, we're inquisitive and low vibrational entities. Let's move into that because it relates to this. Low vibrational entities are fueled by vibration the same way we are fueled by vibration. The vibration that fuels them is fear. So if you are in a very fear, anxious, low vibration, survival vibration, you're going to attract like moths to a flame those that can be fueled by that. When it comes to low vibration energy, they know they require low vibration. They require fear. I don't want to go too much into conspiracy stuff here, but they do. They feed off of fear. That's the whole point. I talk about this in the program Fully Awaken and Ascend in great detail. They fuel off of it. I refuse to fuel anything. Hey, Ricky. I'm not partaking in low vibration remaining on this planet. So I'm very selective about how I put myself into the world and avoiding receiving low vibration. I don't want to do it. I don't want to partake in enhancing low vibration on this planet. I don't want to partake in enhancing disharmony or lack of unity or lack of acceptance. So I'm very selective about like observing, not absorbing, and what I partake in and how I offer that. Fear is a thing that we're always going to experience in moments. 100% you're going to have moments of fear. You're a human on a survival based planet. You hear me trying to like use English today? Please settle here. We are on a survival based planet. We are human. We are going to be triggered sometimes. It's okay. As long as you are not residing in fear, you're golden. You can have a moment. It's not going to ruin anything. When we learn to move into trust, into moving through the experience of understanding that we are only seeing our reflection through the world, then we start to get really good at, okay, cool. This is showing me something that wants to be healed. Okay, cool. This is showing me where I'm really thriving. This is awesome. And it's a path to how do I continue to ascend? So staying positive equals higher vibrations, question mark. That is one of the questions. Ooh, one of the questions that I actually have here on my paper. So one of the question was the world, this 3D planet, and the majority of the collective of humanity, and all of the that's going on. How on earth do we say positive when we are surrounded with so much low vibrational stuff, right? This isn't a quick answer, but I'm going to just give some main points to this. Fake positive is going to get you nowhere. You're lying to yourself and your body knows it. We have 4 bodies. We have our physical, emotional, mental, spiritual body. Those 4 bodies work together to create the whole energetic body. When your spiritual body is going to evolve when the other 3 bodies are feeling great. Or if you have 2 bodies on one side, one on the other, you'll tip the scale over to enhancing all bodies. So if you go into fake positive or toxic positive, hashtag grateful, thankful, blessed, you're lying to yourself. Your bodies know that. It's not going to work. Just speaking something isn't going to work. Do you actually believe that you're grateful, thankful, blessed? You have to believe it, those 5 steps of creation that we talked about earlier. So your belief is going to create your vibration. So perfect. We're going to go into that. So being positive or being a vibration that's serving you. I'm going to give an example of how it, like something that will be like, oh, you create your outcome based on what you're processing inside and radiating out, right? So we see a lot of wealthy people having like the best damn lives and they're kind of assholes. Like not all wealthy people, not all, but you know the example of like that one person who's got the cars and the yachts and the whatever and the travel and all of that thing and all of the money, but they're still assholes. How do they have money? Because they vibrationally align with prosperity. They're in gratitude of their prosperity. They are aware of, yeah, I can have this, I can receive this. That's the point of being human is what do you desire to receive? So it's not about positive, it's about what makes you thrive. We have 2 buckets of frequency. We've got fear-based, we've got thriving-based. When you are in the thriving bucket, that can be love, that can be gratitude, it can be joy, it can be laughter, it can be happiness, it can be inner peace, it can be contentment, it can be excitement, anything that's thriving energy. If you can find a way to become that frequency, one of those frequencies, you will raise or expand, same thing, your vibration to a higher vibration. You will align with your desires. If you stay in survival based energy of, oh, I can't pay my bills, I'm broke. Hey, do you want to go out? No, I can't afford it. You will align with more reasons to stay stuck there. It's a very slow vibration. It's very slow and hard to come out of. High vibration, thriving vibration is quick and fast. You can shorten the gap by doing that. So, my favorite way to do that, I know that we are in a crazy intense transition on Earth and that there's a lot of like low vibe stuff going on, a lot of low vibe stuff. And those of you that are still having to go into the 3D world to work, it's challenging. I understand that. I was there for a while. And how do we get our vibe high? So, my suggestion is as simple as sounds so stupid, but rose colored glasses. What you look at, what you perceive is what you will continuously receive. So I intentionally look for everything that I can say, thank you, I love you too. So green lights, no lines in the traffic. My puppies right now. Oh, I love my puppy. Trevor, my kitten, the comments, the loving comments, the connection, the love letters I get through email, my sparkly pen, um, my home, if I'm having a good eyelash day, like, thank you, I love you. If I'm having a good skin day, thank you, I love you. If I get 5 minutes alone, which I love, thank you, I love you. I look for a million reasons to throw myself and put my focus on what I love, not the disharmony in my life. And then my focus, energetic or universal flow, energetic flow, goes to enhancing what you are perceiving. What you perceive, you receive. So it's starting to rewrite the story and move out of, ready? Out of self victimization, out of the pity party, out of poor me, out of the why, out of the how, out of the when, out of the this sucks. It's a joke between my partner and I. We're both experiencing our bodies, we're witness to the aging process, right? And so we're like, whoa. And he used to say all the time, like, oh God, like I'm getting old, like, rah. And we quickly changed that to like, my wisdom is showing. Look at my wisdom right now. And this like fun, sort of upbeat way of looking at, like, he makes old man sounds when he sits down. And he's like, oh, and then when he gets up, he's like, and I'm like, wow, your wisdom is amazing today. So we joke about it to put a playful spin on it because that's a thriving vibration. So it's just a simple example. How do you choose to perceive is what you're going to shift in your life. And remember, the majority of thought will always create your outcome. So the majority of what's going on is going to be your reality. the story that's happening, the perception, the way you look at it is literally going to be the majority of your outcome. Most humans run on autopilot. Have you been? Have you been running on autopilot? Have you been just going through the motions, going through the day, setting aside, scheduling your meditation time, and then it's this time, and you're just moving through life? Then you are not intentionally using universal flow to create your desired outcome. So it's about how present can you be with where's my focus? What am I receiving right now? What's my reflection right now? What's in my vortex right now? What's my vibration right now? I intentionally look for all of the reasons to say thank you, I love you. I intentionally acknowledge the signs as confirmation that I am evolving, that I am ascending, that I am awakening. I look for the signs of how far I've come, not how far I have to go, because there's always the have to go piece within our ego. I look for the evidence of how far I've come. Look at where I've arrived. Like, this is beautiful. I set myself up for success. You guys have seen my office. Like, there's a whole shelf of gifts over here from my students and clients. And I look at it every day and I'm like, it's confirmation of how far I've come. And when we have confirmation of how far we've come, that increases the confidence. And that confidence then increases the results. So confirmation is a beautiful tool and gift. Look for the signs. Allow them. Every time you see 1111, it's not about what it means. I mean, you can go do that. I've got another video here on YouTube somewhere about the numbers from the scientific approach with the quantum realm and the power 369. But it doesn't even matter. It's confirmation. It's confirmation that you're in alignment. Just be like, thank you. That's right. Here I go. This is amazing. And sort of take that mentality and that approach to life instead of when, right? And I was there for a long time, let me tell you. All right. So that's that one. Quickly going to scroll through the comments and then we're going to get to the next question. And then we're going to talk about star seeds and do an energy forecast. So I know that I saw some here. Practical steps for next week. I'll definitely give you some of those. From Australia. Amazing. Oh, I love that. I say to myself every day that I'm vibrating at my highest optimal frequency. Yes, because you are. In every moment, you are the best version of yourself. In every moment. In this moment, I'm being the best version of myself. And in the next moment, if I'm having a cranky moment, I'm still being the best version of myself in that moment. So I love that. That's beautiful. Okay. Yeah, when it comes to working in the world and having shitty pay and shitty coworkers and all of that stuff, it's a job. So here's what you do. One, you don't overgive. You fulfill your job requirement. So there's a job description. You fulfill that job description. You do not go above and beyond. Every employer out there right now is going to hate me for that, but you don't. If it doesn't fuel you, if it doesn't make you passionate, you fulfill the requirement. That's it. The only reason you're overgiving is some fear of actually losing it. And if you lose it, then you're just going to align with something better because everything that you've aligned with to date, you will level up. 100% the next thing will level up unless you choose to go backwards. You are consistently evolving, ascending. So you will always level up. So with the job, this or better, this paycheck or better is my demand, not I don't have enough. This or better, this or better, this or better. When it comes to going into work, you fill your job description. And the next thing you do is you tell yourself, I am playing a role in this 3D, so I get to be whoever I want. So who do you want to be? You're playing a role. This isn't your divine purpose. This isn't your forever. This isn't the thing that you are here to do. This is something that gives you a paycheck in order for you to pay the bills in this 3D reality, right? Until you understand it deeper. So who do you want to be? Walk in and be the actress or the actor that you want to be. Like, who do you want to be at that workplace? You can be anything you want. You can be like fulfilling the expectation, getting the paycheck, and out. That's it. That's it. I know with all of my experiences in the corporate world, I have a lot of them. I always found a way to still be a mentor. I mean, I was in higher positions, but with the coworkers, with the people, I always was in sole purpose. And if I had chosen to realize, oh my gosh, I'm in sole purpose, I'm being support, I'm being of service, this is amazing, then I would have speeded up the process of arriving here now. And I totally get how hard it is. I was stuck in that for a while out of fear, actually, out of fear of financial flow, receiving financial flow. Um, but when I made that transition, it was awesome. So just go in and play. You just get to be a role. Go fulfill the need. That's it. You're an actor in that timeline. That's it. So you're acting the part, and then you get to go home and do whatever you want. So that might help. It helped me a lot, that's for sure. Last 3 days, I've seen 1111 more times than I can count. Yeah, perfect. Okay, and aligned with money, honey. I love that. That's so good. Okay, perfect. You guys are soaring. Strange dreams, right? The dreams are off the charts right now. I am just traveling into parallel timelines in all of my dreams. But the really cool part is like when you know that that's what's happening, you can go in and meet another version of yourself and be like, show me what you know, and I'm going to bring it back into this life. And then, so I will literally travel into parallel timelines, be like, what's your top skill? What's your top perception, man? Like, let's talk it out. And then I will bring that, embody that into this life and share vice versa. So all my parallel timelines are ascending together and sharing. It's really, really cool experience. Okay. So the next question was shadow work, where to start. I'm just going to be really simple on this one so that we can jump into the forecast. Shadow work is your emotional body. Shadow work is your fears. Shadow work is your inner child. It is all of the things that have been limiting you. So Sarah Rose, our current top elite mentor here at Domino Mentoring, has an entire podcast on the YouTube channel. It's called Shadow Work is a Bitch. It's awesome. She's amazing. Jump into that. When it comes to shadow work, the easiest and quickest thing I'm going to offer you is, where's there lack in your life? Start to make a list of where there's lack in your life. Then ask yourself, what is my definition of this? So if there's lack of love, what's my definition of love? Not my grown-up definition. What did the little child, the kid version of you, what did they experience? What did they be witness to what love was? How did they receive nurturing and love? Were they expected to give it unnecessarily? All of those things. So I want you to look at lack, and I want you to ask, what would my 8-year-old, 12-year-old, 15-year-old self define love as, or money as, or receiving? Money is never money. It's the aftermath of happiness, but it's the vibration of prosperity. So, and it's also the vibration of receiving. So shadow work is, where am I afraid to receive? Where is there lack in my life? What is the belief attached to that? And it takes some time to find it. You're not going to find it right away. But the more you pay attention to, what do you believe on that? And then you're going to start to demonstrate the new story, and you're going to start to tell the new story to that version of you. Your ego doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. It is co-creating with your essence everything that's happening. So start to use your imagination to talk to the past version of yourself and teach the past version of yourself what the new definition is, and then you are going to demonstrate it. So if it's a fear of love, you are going to teach your inner child what you want the definition to be. And then you are going to love them. You're going to go to lovelanguage.com. What's your love language? You're going to demonstrate your love language to that inner child, to you, to your experience. And that's going to help you align with the vibration for you to receive. Thanks, Ashley. Yeah, the program Divine Alignment is how I started. That's how this whole company took off. And then we've had a bunch of things from there. So, okay. Love to turn on all your gifts again. I understand that. So it's very normal. I have never met a soul that has not had this happen. For those of us everybody has the ability to have gifts. It is 100% almost a promise that you will shut them off at some point and that they will come back later. The coming back, they will not flood you. They will not You will not be handed anything. You will not align with. You will only receive and experience what you are in alignment with. So some fear happened somewhere that made you shut them down, or someone told you to be small and you believed it. Someone told you that you're not, or you had abuse like I did. I had so much abuse that I was like, don't be seen. It is not safe. And then as I grew into an adult, I want it to be seen. I want it to be loved. I want it to be nurtured. So I was trying so hard to make that happen. So it was the opposite of allowing it to happen and becoming the vibration of it. So the gifts do get shut down for almost all of us. I haven't met anyone yet that's like, oh yeah, no, they've never gone away. Um, I think it's normal. And that's how it goes. And then they gradually come in. So they will come in when your vibration aligns with them. Again, everything is your vibration. Everything vibrates. Everything is energy that vibrates. So moving into trust, moving into understanding yourself, moving into being compassionate with yourself. That's why self-care and nurturing is so important. Moving into I'm safe. It's okay to feel and express and be all of these things. And it will slowly start to unfold again in a way that serves you. And it will only come in a way that serves you. If it's not happening, it means that your vibration isn't doing it yet. If those gifts, psychic gifts, I mean, you can be psychic and still be low vibe. So that's a kind of different thing. But opening back up into the world of using these things, they are high vibrational energies, right? So, in order to levitate, in order to become telepathic, in order to become an extensive healer, in order to step into divine purpose, in order to get the downloads from the ascended guides, galactic family, whatever is up there for you, you have to be vibrating at a space that can embody that new awareness because awareness is vibration as well. So, it's all working on. If it's not opening up, jump right into how do you love your damn self. I promise you it will change. It's inevitable. It's impossible for it not to. So just throw all of your focus on loving yourself, nurturing yourself, demonstrating your love language to yourself, and it will change. You will move into a higher vibration very easily, and those gifts will open back up with absolute ease. You won't be fighting them. Okay. Okay, we're going to talk about entities now. Hmm. Kathy, I'm going to talk to you privately about that because there's an overload, a gate opening up in regards to that. Okay, so what do we do next week? We've got a lot of activity, a lot of starseed activity, a lot of spirit activity. We've got a lot of hungry entities, low vibrational entities looking to eat some fear. I just want you to look at it as like they just want a milkshake. They just want a fear milkshake. Don't offer it. So what do we do? Um, it is going to be intense. So what I want you to remember is you nothing can hurt you. It can't. It can't. It can only reflect you. So you cannot be harmed. You cannot be like none of these bad things are going to happen that media has put out there, movies have put out there. It's not a reality. It's to keep us in fear that it might happen. Therefore, we stay in fear. Therefore, we fuel them. So let's not play that game anymore. You're going to they're just curious. And so free will, you can just simply say if you don't like the experience, you're forbidden. Bye. That's it. You're forbidden. Bye. Leave now. You're forbidden. And it's gone. It's gone. Don't invite it back in by being like, okay, here's my fear milkshake for you. And you can't have this. And I'm feeling all the fear, but you're not allowed to have this milkshake, but you have to go. But this milkshake is still here. It is simply a boundary. You have to own your power. Just, I don't want to experience you. Leave, be gone, done. That will work. I never bother doing that anymore when I can smell them, right? They smell like bad farts or sulfur or whatever. I can smell them when they're there. And I'll be like, oh, and I will just start singing. I'm like, I have no milkshake for you. So I will literally blinders on and be like, I'm going to play with the dog, or I'm going to sing, or I'm going to go for a nice, beautiful bath, or whatever. I've shared with you guys very openly, my ego really, really loves the milkshake. My ego loves anxiety. Like, it has been a part of my experience on this planet. And so when I'm sleeping at night and, I feel like a hand, my ego will be like, "Fuck," and like, worst case scenario in half a heartbeat. And I'll just like, "Oh, whoa, 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 whoa." So I put all of my focus and all of my energy on my ego as a frightened baby bunny. This is what works for me. You're gonna find your way. And I'll be like, "Oh, bunny, we don't do that anymore. We know, we understand." And then I will move into thought of what am I really happy about? I'll think about how much I love my life. I'll think about how much I love the people in my life. I'll think about how far I've come. And I'll put all of my intention, all of my focus on what I desire to experience more of instead of acknowledging what's there. I just immediately flip my mindset. I catch the baby bunny and I'm like, it's okay. And I nurture it. We talk to it. And then I move into thought and my vibration shifts away from fear. And then I'm of no use. So it doesn't stay, it just goes. So that's the easiest thing for me to do. Um, we're going to experience curiosity more so. So everything is evolving as well. One of the other things I want you to remember is everything is ascending. So even the low vibrational entities that are lurking around, that are, doing their jam, they're ascending as well. They're coming from low vibe to, I don't know, medium low vibe. Let's use that as an analogy. So you can teach them. You can be like, hey, this is what high vibe looks like. You can teach them what confidence looks like. If they're there, you can be like, oh, I'd love to offer you this. I'll be of service to you because everything's ascending. And being of service in my heart, in my experience, I'm a service to everything that's there, whether it's the wildlife or the trees or the humans or the energies. And I will just move into fueling and expanding my high vibration. I look at high vibration as a fire, a bonfire, and I look at low vibration as ice. And so if there's low vibration around me, it has free will to choose whether it wants to partake in my fire or if it wants to go on its own way. So I just make my fire really big, and they're either going to be like, oh, I really like that. I'm going to learn. I'm going to heat up. I'm going to transform. Or it'll be like, definitely don't like that. I'm going to go this way. And it'll go on its way. Um, so hopefully that helps. There's with everything that's coming, we are going to this week coming, there's going to be a lot of information moving through you. You're going to be getting, I'm going to use the terms downloads, uploads. So, downloads being higher vibrational information coming in, and uploads being your universal wisdom that's already in you, plus all the previous downloads coming up into the ego self for the ego to integrate back into the body. So, there's a lot of connection. I receive from all levels of vibration. So the low vibrational entities, I have a lot of conversations there to understand what's required on the planet for this transition, to understand them, because if I understand them, I understand the blanket that the majority of humanity are under. So therefore I understand how to be of service. So it's a learning opportunity for me. It can be that for you as well. And we are all going to be transitioning and experiencing the download upload effect all week long. So you're going to have Mandela effects. You're going to have crazy vivid dreams. You're going to have just strong knowing. I believe it was Thursday. I can't remember in the weekly forecast. There's one of the day times, like first thing in the morning, where you're going to go into, I think I've lost my mind. Like I think I'm crazy. Like or you're going to be like, no, this isn't real. Like, this isn't really happening. Or what if this isn't real? So we're going to have like one timeline during the week, which I can't remember. I think it's Thursday morning, but I'm not sure, of feeling this like questioning. But in that questioning comes clarity. And in that questioning comes the ability to stand stronger in purpose and power. So it's going to be a wild week, but it's very beautiful for this transition. Starseeds are going to be feeling it a lot more than anybody else. I tend to feel that everybody is a starseed and they're just unaware, meaning that we come from so many different variants, right? Some people, maybe they're just human, but I think we're a crossbreed of a lot of different things. So those that identify as starseed are going to be feeling it the most, meaning that you are aware that you have galactic descent in you, also known as alien, but galactic. They're just different versions of life, and they're beautiful and powerful. So blue avian energy is going to be really strong next week. This is very loving. So if you're seeing a lot of wings, if you're seeing gold or blue quite a bit, if you're seeing sparkly twinkling in the eyes, if you like out of the corner of your eye, if you're seeing birds of prey, if you're getting a lot of feathers, the blue avian energy is working with you. This is a very loving, nurturing, healing. You've got this cheerleading. You can do this, stepping into divine purpose vibration. It's incredible and powerful. And you may not identify that's what's happening, but there'll probably be signs. Um, then there is a lot of Anunnaki energy as well. I've got a lot of downloads on that. I don't feel that Anunnaki is a negative thing. That's not for this live. That'll have to be a private conversation or on a different platform. If you're interested in that, I can make a YouTube on it because I don't think it'll get flagged, but I'm not going to talk about that live here because everybody's going to lose their shit. So Anunnaki is authoritative, parental, nurturing, mentoring energy. So those of you that are working with Anunnaki, you're going to see crosses like Jesus cross. You're going to be hearing Jesus. You may be experiencing dragon energy. Your Christ-like consciousness, you're going to be feeling this strong compassion moving through you, this desire to just accept yourself, to accept your body. I want to move into accepting this body. I don't know what's happening. I just like, I really accept. I had so much unconditional love for this person or this place or this thing. Or how do I, da 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 da. That's Anunnaki energy. And it's very mentorship energy. I work very closely with Anunnaki. Beautiful, beautiful vibes. I work with all of them, I think, but right now there's a lot of that. So that'll be a sign that you're moving into that vibration. And that is very much leadership energy as well. But with that leadership energy, if you're working with them, comes a lot of responsibility and a lot of calm the F down and have a look at why things are going the way they're going. Because it's not as, there's so many people up in arms about how horrible it is. It's actually part of a beautiful agenda, not a negative agenda. But we've got all this pumping out in order to put us back into fear so that these milkshakes can be offered of the negative agenda, the low agenda, the da 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 da. Da. And that's actually not it at all. There is a very high vibrational, intentional agenda towards the evolution into unity. And we can't see that because we're looking at what's being thrown at us through the media. And humans are so stupid. So we look at everything and we're like, oh my God, it's totally true. Ah. And it's all part of a plan. It's bait. It's bait so that you'll make a milkshake. Don't take the bait. Okay, cool. There's all of that. Let's go into the energy forecast. I'm going to have a quick read into the comments and then we're diving right into your individual stuff here. Okay, symptoms with downloads. I definitely should probably touch on that because it's wild. Okay. Yes. What do downloads look like? What are the symptoms? Here we go. You inspire me. Oh, I love you. Shit, like, thank you. Makes my heart pitter patter. Wonderful. Okay, let's talk about downloads, what they look like, feel like. They're different for all of us. Downloads are these moments of, I know when someone becomes, there's a difference between knowledge and knowing. I shared this in a different video. If I got kicked in the balls, I don't have balls. I don't know. If my partner got kicked in the balls, I'd be like, "Oh, I can tell you exactly what to expect. This is it's gonna hurt and it's gonna be this." But I don't actually know because I don't have them. That's the difference between knowledge of something and knowing of something. It's a very hard thing to get your brain around when you're the fourth dimensional consciousness. All of you out there that are like 11 light beings and standing on the beach in your beautiful gowns or whatever and being like on a soapbox preaching, blah, 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 like that's knowledge. Anybody who's just like, angels have, they got their cards and like, angels have a message for you. That's knowledge. That's not knowing. And I'm not trying to be mockery, although mildly. Because I just think it's cute, but it's not applicable at all. It's knowledge, it's not knowing. They don't know, they just have the information, and everybody has the ability to have knowledge and regurgitate it and play the part. But when you become it, your vibration becomes it, it changes direction completely. So your downloads, you're going to get them and you're going to get them in here and you're going to be like, holy shit. And then there's a definitive thing that happens when I work with my students. I know exactly when they become it. I actually see it happen. There's some characteristics that are like, oh, there it is. They know now. And we can mull it over and we can process it and we can do all these things, but you might be slowing down the ability to become it. So when you get it, write it right away. Put it on paper right away. I'm a huge fan of pen to paper or pen to whiteboard. I have a huge whiteboard for that reason, because it will expand as you are creating it in real life, or type it out, whatever. And then don't lose sight of it. Go back and visit it, go back and visit it, go back and visit it, and it will start to percolate and move through you. And then you will see it happen in front of you in your reflection in the world. So there's that. Downloads, when you get them, what they feel like. So if you give yourself space, you will have a download. You have to give yourself space. I made a quick video yesterday on the gap between your breath. Go check that one out. That's where the download is. That's where you're going to embody the download. It is something that moves through you into your vibration, and then you can't go back because you see it totally different and you can never unsee it. When you're in a meditative state, it might feel like your body might tremble, heart palpitations, shortness of breath, lack of breath, excessive breath, a change in your breath, let's put it at that. My head will like move side to side. My hands will feel like they're on backwards. It'll feel like, even though I'm lying straight, it'll feel like my body is all contorted. That's how I know I'm getting an energy attunement to prepare me for a download. The downloads can look like quick little snapshots, visions. It can look like seeing through your eyelids. I can see completely through my eyelids, like the energy. I guess not through my eyelids. I guess it's my third eye seeing energy frequency. You get a knowing. Sometimes it's a conversation. Sometimes it's a memory that pops up that then connects into something else and it'll all come together. There's physical sensation. You might feel like someone's touching you. You may feel like your crown, like I've often felt like someone's putting their claws, I guess, in the back of my head and like literally slowly opening up my head. I felt my head actually move into a cone. The roof of my mouth, the doctors are in awe. The roof of my mouth has actually ascended and is more arched by probably almost an inch than it was 5 years ago. My skin changes a little bit color sometimes. You can get nauseated. You can get dizzy, ringing of the ears. All of these things are all connected into. This is just a sign that you are leveling up. This is a sign that your vibration is moving into a space of being able to become the download. And it's usually through thought that the download really moves through you, that you go, oh my God. And then your human brain will be like, I gotta tell someone. So always have that phone a friend. Okay, let's go into the energy forecast. Your ears are ringing so loud right now. I can feel that. Mine are ringing too, actually. All right. Quickly scan through this. So I just want you to connect into yourself right now. Yeah, everything's going to be all right. You are the creator of your experience, Bernadette. Everything is in alignment with your desires. It's all good. You're going to write a book? Yes, write it. I actually am working on opening up a publishing firm where I just publish people's stories and nothing else. That's one of my big visions. Okay. All right. So we're going to connect in. Take a deep breath. As you do, your collarbone, I want you to relax it. Relax it. I want you to relax your diaphragm. I want you to imagine just your breath going all the way down to your root chakra, moving through you. And then let's see here. You're going to pick just whatever your intuition says. You can't get it wrong. 1, 2, or 3, a combination of those things. You may pick a number and actually be like, oh, no, it's definitely that one that resides with me. I often find that there's a little bit of messaging in all of them. So let me know in the comments. What are you picking? 1, 2, 3 combination. What's your jam here? This one wants to come. All right, I'm going to connect in. Time does not exist. So whenever you find this, it doesn't matter even if it's a year from now, there'll be something for you if you resonate with my vibration. Perfect. I'm seeing numbers come in. I want to see them all. So time doesn't exist. Space doesn't exist actually. So what I do right now is, oh man, I just got like dizzy like a tornado. Holy man, you guys are intense. So I connect into my ascended energies and then I create these arcs of energy that go to you. And it doesn't matter, like I just call upon my guides. I'm like, whoever's going to find this, connect in, doesn't matter time, space, reality, connect in, let their energy speak through their guide to my guide through me. So it's not me giving the message. It's a channeled message for you. Beautiful. I see lots of numbers coming in. This is great. Seeing some names that I'm like, ooh, we need to talk. Ooh. All right. This is my head is spinning right now. You guys got a lot of energy. Okay, here we go. We're gonna step into and I always know when it hits because a smile comes. We're gonna start with number one. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is what you're going to be experiencing over, and I'm getting a hot flash, over the next like week, I guess. I feel like moving towards the onset of November as you're going to be feeling this. So, number ones, the first question I want to ask you is, are you having enough fun? Like, are you? Like, your soul, your inner being wants to play so bad. Give it permission. The world is an adventure. Go and have some fun. Laughter is as important as journal dumping. It's as important as crying. Laughter is such a therapeutic experience. Go and seek it. I literally will watch funny animal videos just to move myself into a higher vibration. I will like comedy is huge for me. That's why I love animals and why I have animals. I won't go look out the window and watch the squirrels. Go have fun. You need to have fun. Please plan something for yourself that's enjoyable. Okay. Even if it's having cupcakes for breakfast, I don't care. Go do it. There is a strong ache to move into a playful approach with life. Number ones, you are crossing a very intense bridge right now. You are on it. You know it. You're either at the very beginning of it or you are well across that bridge, but that bridge does not feel comfortable. So I feel like your life right now has been like things crumbling or frustrating or stagnant or stuck. And for most of you, not all of you. And it's this bridge that you have to cross and it's almost this like inner panic of I got to get across it really fast because it's going to fall, like Indiana Jones style, like where's the rope grab swing kind of vibe. Um, so I'm feeling that vibe. But those of you that are already over the bridge, there's like this massive, I see this massive gateway opening up that you are walking through. So, number ones, you are really about to walk into a new experience. Wherever you are on the scale of ascension, you either are walking into divine purpose, you are walking into connection, into downloads, you are walking into parallel experiences, or if at the beginning and you're still experiencing a lot of disharmony in your life, then you're walking into the realization that something wants to be healed so that you can continue on that bridge. But I'm seeing a very long bridge and I'm seeing a lot of you sort of teetered across it. So some of you are already there, you're at the end of it. What I'm hearing is this playful approach, this laughter, this creative flow, this divine feminine energy, which is all about creation. Can we activate that? Doesn't matter what your actual gender is. Your divine feminine wants to come to life and it wants to create. It wants to create awareness or it wants to create purpose or more of the things you desire. Wants to create more love, more romance, more intimacy, more fun, more all those things. So what can you do that's going to move you into this creative flow? When I need to use my divine feminine, I actually just do Tai Chi. I find it very sensual. Or I'll go make love because that's very feminine for me. Um, I will move into prettiness, like things that like I have these little shower bombs that you put in the bottom of your shower that are like aromatherapy. So it's like I just lavender the hell out of my bathroom, and that's very feminine for me. So what's going to move you into your feminine, divine feminine, not your femininity, your divine feminine, your creator energy, that goddess, creator, birth giving energy. It's super intense. So with that, we also want to take a playful approach. We don't want to be too serious. I'm also hearing it's either art or music is very important for you guys as well as we navigate through. The other thing I'm feeling is like maybe this questioning of um like twofold, hurry up and stop, like hurry up and then stop, hurry up and stop, or this like just when I think I'm starting, I feel like or two steps forward, one step back vibe. That kind of energy is what I'm hearing. It's like I feel like I'm going and then I don't feel like I'm going. The answer is very distinctly you are making massive progress. You are doing incredible. It's just time to lighten up. It doesn't have to be serious, it doesn't have to be heavy. Go have some fun. It's going to change the game for you. So, long-winded way of saying, can you just go have some fun? Absolutely, go have some fun. Okay, so that's the message for number 1. That's how you're gonna navigate the energy of this week. You are gonna have visitation, you are gonna have vision if you allow it, if you're ready for it. There's a lot of moving into a new timeline for you, so throw away this whole moving into 5D bullshit. This is about moving into a new timeline, a higher awareness, a higher vibration. So there's gonna be connection that's gonna guide you there, but you're gonna get that through play, through music. Also, music and art are speaking to you, nature speaking to you. So when you're visually taking things in or auditory taking things in, there's a message to all of it all effing week long for you. You're going to get inundated with messages and clarity and stepping stones. And look at it like this as we walk through life. See how I'm picking up my speed? It's like so urgent. As we're walking through life, like imagine you're a vortex. You are light. Okay. You're light. You just can't see it. You're light. You've got a whole bubble around you. Your electromagnetic field, your aura is filled with light. So if your bubble is big, 4 steps in front of you is already lit up. And if you step forward again, the next step is lit up because your bubble is in front of you. The light is in front of you. It is guiding you. You just have to walk. You just have to take the step. You don't have to take this like hold your breath, run, count to 3, and jump off a cliff. Just keep walking. It's going to continue to light up as you move forward. The light's in front of you. It's all around you. All right. Whew. Here we go. Number 2s. Yeah. I have fun in everything I do. I love that. Let's say Spaghetti Taylor. That's such a great name. Okay, number 2. Here we go. Number 2s. Hold on, bitches. Like, oh my God. This is, you are about to face something life altering and huge, huge, huge. This massive, bold, gates blowing open. So, like the vision I'm getting is like, at like a horse race, such a stupid thing. We're so dumb. Humans are so dumb. Like, let's ride horses and see who can go the fastest. Like, it's so stupid to me. But, anyways, a horse in the thing before the gates open and they go to race, that whole like giddy up and go energy, like the gates about to open. That is what's about to happen. Gates are going to blow open. Now, yeah, the tricky part for you, the gate's gonna go open. There's another gate, my love. But a mile ahead, there's another gate. So the gate's gonna blow open. Your direction, your guidance is it's not a race. You don't be stupid. It's not a race. You don't have to be a human who's like, rah, I'm gonna win. It's not a race. You're being guided to you're gonna feel, oh man, you all week, you're gonna be like, what's coming? I'm ready. I'm passionate. And you're gonna get passionate and you're gonna be pouring your passion into probably unnecessary things. You're gonna want to debate shit. You're gonna want to talk about shit. You're gonna be like, oh my God, you have no idea. Like you're gonna be feeling so much this week. And you are going to want to giddy up and go. But there's another gate a mile ahead and it's gonna open slowly. So you do not need to run and stand at the gate and like shuffle your feet as it's slowly opening. It's open. It's okay. It's opening. It's inevitable. It's going to open. Just enjoy the journey. Slow down. Enjoy the journey. I have had this conversation a lot lately where people are like, I just want my gifts. I just want this. I just want to be in divine purpose. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but it's not a race. The journey towards it is the most exhilarating part. When you arrive, you're like, oh, well, I spent a lot of time unnecessarily stressing, didn't I? Hmm. I learned that one the hard way too. I get super anxious. I like get super excited and anxious. I'm like, oh, I want it so bad. Um, this is not to be forced. This is to be just relax through it. Everything's fine. It's all there, but it's big passion for you. So you want to slow down this week to capitalize on the energy that's available for you this coming week moving into November. It is going to be the floodgates feel open. You're going to feel anticipation, excitement. You're going to wanna, but the direction for you is slow down. So you're going to eat slower. You're going to drink your water slower. You're going to breathe slower, breathe slower. You're going to move slower. This is not a week for you to go into excessive anything or fast speed anything. This is you learning to master trusting the process. Therefore, you've got to slow down, but you're going to feel the fire. So be very careful as well that you are not jumping into being reactionary or confrontational. I got real good at that the last couple of days. So don't do what I do. Instead, you're going to just slow down, breathe, trust the process. The gates are going to blow open. You're being called to something, and I know you feel that. So you're either being called to your person, um, your match, or you're being called into divine purpose. You're going to feel that and you're going to ache a little bit for it. That's very normal. It does hurt the ache when you know you're meant for something and you don't know what it is yet. I know the pain and the desire to be in that. So I want you to slow down and trust. I promise you, being on the other end of all of this, I wish so much, and I do very much go back to my 30-year-old self and be like, slow down, girl. Like, look, it's okay. It's there. You don't got to stress. You don't have to be anxious. You don't have to try and figure it out. It's such a beautiful experience. Enjoy the journey because you will look back and desire, I wish I would have enjoyed that more. So slow down this week. That's how you're going to best use the energy and the downloads and the information for you. When you have the ache, that's okay. Be like, if I have the ache, it means I'm meant for it. It means it's on its way to me. It's done. So be it. Go do something. Go put your feet up. You really do need to slow down, though. All right, let's go into number threes. Yeah, the aches and knowings. The next, for those of you that really feel the ache, the next, so one of the things, holy shit, number threes, I can't even look at. One of the things that I do, that I get to do, that I have the honor of doing, is I run a private mentorship group. It's expensive. So if you have fears of money, don't even bother asking yet. It's okay. It's super expensive, but I will change your life in 3 months and you will be in divine purpose and you will launch and you will be successful and you will heal all the shit you need to heal. It is so multifaceted. The next group is going to be in the spring. So I'm going to start doing it spring and fall. So start working on your fears of receiving financial flow so that you can do it. I have one seat available for the upcoming November group, which starts in like a freaking week and a half, which is crazy to me. But if you're feeling that, then, you know, and you're here, you're still watching an hour and 13 minutes. Holy shit. An hour and 13 minutes in, you're still here, then yeah, we're supposed to do something together. Okay, let me wrap this up because I actually have a client call in 15 minutes. Let's get into number threes. Who the hell are you? Starseeds, hello. So number threes, you're rebirthing right now. You, you are, there's three cards here. It's intense. It is about the cosmic womb. It is about the recreation. It is about pondering, questioning. It is what is the point? What is the purpose of being human? It is all of the whys. You are going to be feeling that so hard this week. What is my purpose? Why? Why do I feel this? Why? What is human? What is the conspiracies? What is, like, you're going to be curious as fuck all week long. The direction for you is, who do you want to be? What's your vision? What is it? And we don't have to go into the big ass vision. We can go into 5 months from now. What would I like? What do I want to experience? Of course you were there. This is what's the first step for me? I know, and I've had this conversation when it comes to divine purpose. You guys have huge divine purpose. You are massively intention like you are here for a mission. There's a difference between purpose and mission. You are starseeds with a mission. So start paying attention to what you're supposed to be learning. This is my tough love. Bend over so I can kick your ass. Ready? Start paying attention to what the law of correspondence, the reflection is showing you so that you can heal that, so you can master it, so you can teach it to the world. It's time. It is time. That's what 2023 is all about. So you're really coming into these deep, deep, deep feelings and this deep questioning and deep curiosity for a reason. So your direction and your guidance is, who do you want to be? What is the first vision? If your mind can conceive the vision, you can receive the vision. So start daydreaming, start using your imagination, start allowing that information to come through. It's there for you. We're going to be unveiling ourselves. We're going to be, who do I want to bring to the world? It was scary as really uncomfortable for me when I started saying, I can channel aliens. Like, it took me a long time to go public with that. So this is all about, what is your gift? What is your gift? What is your desire? What is your biggest passion? You're going to start journaling. These are things I'm passionate about. What have you mastered? What have you become an expert at? What have you navigated? What have you gone through? It doesn't matter if it's like some form of abuse or sexual abuse or bankruptcy or parental whatever, divorce. I don't know. What have you gone through and you're standing here on the other side of now? Or what are you moving through right now? What are you mastering? Get your journal out, start to process yourself on paper, because this is going to help with that ache, that clarity. You are going to get a tremendous amount of downloads this week, number threes. So I want you to start connecting into, I want you to meditate, schedule it. If you don't schedule your day will schedule you. Your meditation is where you're going to get your downloads, formal meditation for number threes. You are going to lay down so that you're not thinking about your body. You're going to close the door so there's no animals, distractions. You're going to set boundaries with the people in your house. Say, I'm going to meditate. I will be back in an hour. Do not disturb me. You're going to own your power. You're going to lay down. You're going to put a cloth over your eyes so that no shadow reflection is distracting you. Soundproof headphones, like the noise canceling ones. Put on music that does not have a theme. Surrender, breathe, pay attention to the gap between breath. Bring your awareness there and allow whatever happens to happen. If you napitate, that just means you're getting attunement. So allow it, don't judge it, surrender into it. There's going to be, I feel like you are going to have visitation where you're actually going to have physical touching attunements. You need to be, need is a strong word. I strongly suggest that you meditate formally every single day for a minimum of 30 minutes every day. Get your phone out right now, put it in your calendar. When are you doing it? Stick to that, because there's a lot of activation happening for you, number threes. You are powerful. You're all powerful, but yeah, number threes. Amazing. Get her done. All right. I got to go get on a call because I talked for officially almost an hour and 18 minutes. Gift of gab. I thought I'd be on here for 20 minutes today. I was like, I don't really have much to say. So I don't know. Give me a microphone and give me an audience, and I don't stop channeling for you. All right. I love you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you for all the support, the love. Stay strong. Continue to believe in yourself the way I believe in you, because I do. I'm watching the names go by. I feel you. So you stay strong. You believe in yourself. Go to the mirror, say, I love you. Say, thank you, I love you, and continue to be brave, bold, and raw. And I will catch you guys next week. All right. Bye.